guys? Welcome to another episode of your favorite show, The Breaks, here on this beautiful Thursday morning. I'm here in Southern California, wherever you are. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, or maybe even good evening. I thank you guys for tapping in. I have so much greatness for you today. You know what it is. These are The Breaks, baby. These are the breaks. These are the breaks. You know what it is. Yo, what's up? Once again, thank you for joining me today on this June 8th. Is the summer coming here in Southern California? We're waiting for it. It should be close, but it's still the June gloom. But we're having a good time because the sports world is blazing, and it's getting messy in the States. That's right. Messi in the States. Messi should be here sometime soon. It's not a done deal yet, but it looks like Messi, one of the greatest soccer players, one of the greatest athletes of all time, will possibly be joining the MLS with Inter Miami after his PSG exit. What a crazy move that no one expected to see this guy. I know he's not in the prime of primes, but he's still a very, very great player and one of the biggest names in soccer today. To get him here in the States is so amazing. And you got to get him in Miami, right? It had to be either the Galaxy or there in Inter Miami, and he's going to be in Miami. It's looking like the guy won a World Cup 6 months ago. This could finally be the move that can help take the sport of soccer over the top in the United States, because if you have a superstar like Messi, this wasn't David Beckham joining the Galaxy many years ago. This guy is still a baller. He won the World Cup 6 months ago with Argentina. Now it looks like he is going to be here playing in the States, so maybe other stars will say, hell, maybe I need to go to the United States and go and get that money. Messi's not going to be taking a deal that's like low or a pay cut like Beckham did. He is going to get his bag. He is going to be in Miami, and he is going to bring that star power to the MLS. I believe it's the perfect time. Let's see if this move can just change everything for the game of soccer here in the United States, because like I said, possibly you can get some other players to come this way across the pond to play here in the States. Hell, you can get the top American guys say, I don't have to leave now. I can keep my talent here playing for the teams in the MLS, and it can take the MLS to the next level. So shout out to Messi. I can't wait to see, the deal get done so that you can be playing here in the States. Hey, I haven't been to a soccer game of an MLS team yet. Galaxy, LAFC, none of those games, but I will be watching Messi if he's here in the States, and I cannot wait for it. But I have to keep you in Miami because it's a lot of great things happening in Miami. Messi there in Miami. You got the Dolphins there with that team who may have a chance to make some noise, which I'm going to talk about later. But I have to take you to the hardwood, and it is time for the breakaway report, baby. As we all know, we all seen last night, the Nuggets took Game 3 in Miami. Great performance by their megastars. You had Jokic, 32, 10, and 21, the first ever player in the NBA Finals game to have 30, 10, and 20. The guy is clearly the best guy in the NBA, a hell of a talent. There's no one better. He makes the game so easy, and he proves to everyone, it's not about how athletic you are. It's all about the skills. And he has all the skills, but he wasn't alone. And this is why this team is making the run that they're making. And it looks like now we're picking up this Game 3 victory that they are the favorites to win the NBA Finals. Jokic and Murray are the first pair of teammates with 30-point triple-doubles in the same game. Not just in the finals. Boom. Not just in the playoffs. Not in, ever. Like, this is ever the first teammates to give you a 30-point triple-doubles together. Those two are amazing. So amazing so that Murray and Jokic combined for 66 points, 31 rebounds, 20 assists. The Heat starters only had 66 points, 25 rebounds, and 12 assists. It is crazy, the performance that they gave us last night. It looks like they finally like, all right, Miami took home court. We going to take that thing back, and they took care of business last night. Shout out to those others. You have to have others step up and make things happen. Shaq talks about it all the time. It became a word that everybody brings up in the game of basketball, and they got a big-time performance. As you know, they won the game by 15 points, and the 15 points that Christian Brown, I know it looks like Brown, everybody, but it's Brown, was huge. The rookie came out, he showed out, he made some big-time buckets. He was that added player that needed to step up, and he did so, especially with MPJ, Michael Porter Jr., only scoring 2 points. Is he going to show up? Michael Porter, are you going to come here and play? And maybe it's game 4 that you break out and you kind of help bury the Miami Heat. But you have to show up. But with Christian Brown doing the things that he did, the guy is a baller. He won a national championship last year with the Kansas Jayhawks, my favorite college basketball team. So I've had my eye on him. And he showed up, showed out, and they were able to pick up this victory. But when it comes to Miami, they only pretty much had 2 players in double figures throughout the game until the very end when Caleb Martin was able to get a bucket to get him to 10 points. But it's just been a Jimmy and Bam show. Jimmy did his thing with 28 points. He was 13 for 24. You know, he did his part, or 11 for 24, excuse me. He did his part, and Bam gave you 22 points. And, yeah, Bam, 7 for 21, has to be better. I think for Bam to take that next level, he really has to get that mid-range shot down pat like KG had. Like, you know, I call it the Horace Grant shot for you Bulls fans, Magic fans, old Laker fans. That mid-range shot is so deadly to add with the other things he can do. If he can do that, I believe Bam can take that next step. I believe Miami will take that next step as a team. But once again, it goes back to the others. They just didn't do enough. Caleb Martin, who was the guy who I felt should have been the conference finals MVP. Where have you been? We need to have a search party for this man because he is not playing up to par. 10 points after averaging about 19 to 20 in the conference finals. You have to do more, Caleb. Your team needs you if you guys want to have any chance of beating this Nuggets team. They show that they can play some defense, shutting those guys down to about 93 points. They have to have you step up, Caleb, but you only get 6 points from Kevin Love. Gabe Vincent gave you his first bad game of the finals with only 7 points. Max Strus, 3 points. Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson, they both had 9 each. It's not enough. They need the guys that stepped up. Last night looked like the team who was the worst scoring team in the NBA for most of the season. And if they have this performance again tomorrow night, it is a wrap. It's over if they don't make anything happen. Defeated for real, because they have to figure out how to make something happen. So Jimmy got to do his part, which he's doing. Bam has to be more efficient, and the others have to step up. But let's see, man. I'm excited for Game 4. I cannot wait. It is a make-or-break game for the Miami Heat. But if the Nuggets can make it happen, they could be on their way to clinching their first ever NBA championship. I picked them in 6. I think it's still going to go 6. I'm excited. I know you're excited because you have to be. You get more of the breaks with yours truly, Mykell Mathieu, in just a second. Have fun, and I'll see you back in a second.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Profanity.
Profanity Nation.
A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
Welcome back to your favorite show, The Breaks, where I'm giving you all the latest and the greatest of the breaking news. I have to step away from South Beach for a little bit because I have to talk about some more when it comes to the hoop world. CP3, the great Chris Paul, who I talked about several episodes ago, saying, just retire. He still wants to play. So the Suns are trying to figure out. They haven't decided yet whether they're going to cut him or they're going to try to trade him. The Suns are planning to inquire on trades with Paul and DeAndre Ayton involved. You know, they have Kevin Durant. They have Devin Booker. New coach Frank Vogel is saying, hey, we're ready to go. We're trying to figure out something. I got these 2 mega talents that can score the ball from the wing. I have to try to win a championship here. He's a championship coach. He did it with the Lakers in 2020. So we're going to see what's going to happen to CP3. What are your favorite spots? Let me know, and I'm going to tell you mine right now. It's crazy, me being a Laker fan, and everybody's going to say it's another banana boat guy. LeBron has to play with him. I don't want to see it. I want to see the Lakers stay youthful at that position, whether that's bringing back D'Lo or going somewhere else. I like Dennis Schroeder off the bench as that second point guard, but I just don't think that Chris Paul is that guy anymore. I could see something happening with Chris Paul. Maybe goes back to Houston. If James Harden goes back there, you got Chris Paul over there, Jalen Green. Like, that can be something that can be very nice. Maybe Chris Paul being a backup point guard in somewhere like Philadelphia, if James decides to stay there, will be a nice look for them. Imagine that pick and roll game, CP3, Embiid. But it's somewhere that Chris Paul has to have a chance to win a championship next year. So I'm happy that he's going to probably get this opportunity to play for a team to try to get a ring. But I believe that Chris Paul is almost done. You can see, like, the Monstars came in and took a lot of his talent last year. He has a little bit left. So I'm curious to see where he ends up, whether he gets waived or he's traded. But we're going to have our eyes on Phoenix this offseason. And, you know, I got to take you away from the guys because we all know that the NBA is a great game. But the WNBA is a great game as well. And last week I talked about how dominant the Aces are, and they continue to be so. 7-game winning streak to start the season, 11-game winning streak when you take it back to last season. But they had their toughest match, their toughest game, their last game, when they played Tuesday night against the Connecticut Sun, who are 6-2, who nearly gave them their first loss of the year. It was a very tight game, 90-84 game for the Aces there in Connecticut. But guess what? Round 2 is tonight. The Connecticut Sun could possibly be the team to hand the Aces their first loss. But in that game on Tuesday night, of course, Asia did her thing, 23-10. Of course, Jackie Young is continuing to hoop and show that she is a baller with 22 points. But they're back in Connecticut. I know they're like, we have to take them down. They beat us in the finals last year. And now with this rematch, you know, they took this one in a close game. It is our time to let them know that we mean business. So I'm going to be tuning in. You should be tuning in because it is going to be some great basketball because the Aces are looking like, shall I say, the Houston Comets of the early years of the WNBA. Tina Thompson, Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, a team that nobody could beat. That's what the Aces are looking like. They're clearly the favorites. They are hooping, but the Connecticut Sun said, not so fast. We're going to try to give them the first defeat tonight. So make sure that you guys are tuning in. And the WNBA, the All-Star voting is live. Go and make your votes. Who should be in? I'm going to tell you. For the Sparks, you better be looking at NECA because she's balling and doing her thing. Lexi Brown is balling and doing her thing. She has taken that next step in her career, and I'm excited to see the rest of the season. As you know that I'll be there in the building, checking those ladies out as they try to make a run for the playoffs in Los Angeles. But make sure that you guys go out there and vote for these ladies because they are hooping. So before I leave all of the hoop talk, you have to let me know if we should break it or leave it. And I'm talking about the NBA considering giving the coaches a second challenge. Do we buy or sell? Do we like it? Should we break it? Should we leave it? Damn it. This should have been happened. I couldn't believe when I first found out that they only get one challenge a game. Isn't there 2 halves to a basketball game? Why would they only get one challenge? So damn right, NBA, it is time to give these coaches a second challenge because it's 2 halves to the game. There's big plays that happen in the first half that you may need to challenge that can help you win a game. Of course, we know there's big plays in the second half that happen that you need to challenge. So it's about that time. And hell, I would even do it like the NFL and say, hey, if you get your first 2 challenges, if you happen to use both of them in the first half or one early in the second half, that if you win them both, you get a third one for the end of the game where a lot of wackiness and craziness happens, a lot of missed calls happen. You will get that. So do it like the NFL, NBA. Give these guys 2 challenges. If they win them both, they get a third challenge. It is about that time. Y'all let me know. Should we break it or leave it? Are you guys fine with the 1 challenge for coaches a game? Or should they be 2, which is the most sense that can be made? So that's enough for my hoops. I have to take you to the gridiron and give you the NFL breakdown. Not too much going on, but it started off with big-time news this morning. Dalvin Cook is going to be traded or waived. Same like, Chris Paul. They're trying to figure out what's the best move. The Vikings are going to try to make something happen today. If not, they're going to cut him Friday, what it's sounding like. And you got a team like the Dolphins who are looking, which will be crazy. He's from that area. He played at Florida State. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua and Dalvin Cook will be insane. Will make that AFC East that much more tougher. The Broncos are looking as well with their young back Williams, coming back from the injury there with Sean Payton. They're trying to take that step forward and battle the Chiefs in the AFC West. And hell, if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I'm taking a look. I know you got Tony Pollard. He's the guy. But if you can get Dalvin Cook to come and replace Ezekiel Elliott, it will be a big-time move. So Dallas Cowboy fans, make sure that you guys are going crazy out there because if you can get Dalvin Cook, it will be a great look. DeAndre Hopkins, he hasn't chosen a team yet, but he's having his first visit. He's going to be in Tennessee visiting the Titans earlier. And clearly, if he's not choosing Buffalo, he's not choosing the Chiefs. He isn't about winning. He's trying to get his paycheck, and I can't blame him. Josh Allen, shout out to him. He is the new cover athlete for the Madden video game. A lot of these guys grow up and they're like, if I could be on the cover of Madden, it's a great, great thing. He's happy for the honor. Shout out to him. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Do you guys see the power of a franchise quarterback? We see what the Chiefs are doing because they have Mahomes. We see Josh Allen in Buffalo trying to get a new stadium. The Jacksonville Jaguars say, we have Trevor Lawrence. We have this wave. They're trying to show that they deserve a new stadium. So a vision of a future stadium they're showing all online. So let's see if that happens. To keep it QBs, Deshaun Watson, he says he's getting his confidence back. He is back to that player that he is, and that's going to make the Browns dangerous. The guy is a baller. We know what he was doing with that Texans team. If he can do that with Cleveland, with the talent they have, look out for the Browns. And I have to bring you back to L.A. I was there earlier this week, OTAs, week 3, as they wrapped it up, the Rams. And so many new faces. I was there like, man, who is this guy? Who is that guy? Cooper Kupp just returned after having his 3rd child. Congrats to him. Aaron Donald was away with his family. Matthew Stafford is back, looking healthy with the elbow. But I'm going to say this, and Ram fans, don't be mad at me, because I think it's the most logical thing for this team to do this year with all these new and young faces. Tank. Trust the process. I believe that they should just say, hey, we're going to try to be competitive, but we want to get a quarterback for the future. And why not try to take and get Caleb Williams, the Heisman Trophy winner? They're playing at Southern Cal. Can you imagine next year the Rams with the first pick. They take Caleb Williams, who gets to stay in L.A. Now you can build for the future. A guy who looks like he may be able to slide right in and be a talented quarterback. He's Mahomes-like or Mahomes-light. A hell of a player there balling for the Trojans. I can only imagine that it will be the perfect situation for the Rams. All of the marketing that you need with Caleb Williams being there. And just looking at the roster, I don't see a team that's going to compete for a championship. I see a team that's like, hell, we went from being defending champs to where we're going to barely try to fight to make the playoffs, but that division belongs to the Niners. It belongs to the Seahawks. So Rams, I believe this is your tanking year. I don't like to tank, but sometimes you got to be smart, especially when a talent like Caleb Williams is going to be available if you have the first overall pick. But hey, that's it. That's all of the NFL news I got for you for today. But don't leave. There is more. I have more to have to talk to you about, and I know that you love to hear me talk, damn it, here at The Breaks. Enjoy your break and come back very soon, baby.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Welcome back. We are not done yet. I thank you guys once again for joining me. Yours truly, Mykell Mathieu here with the greatest show in the land, The Breaks. But I'm not done. But I got to talk about some people that are breaking all of the rules. And it's you people out there, Instagram, Twitter world, it's you guys because you're just not that nice. I'm a nice guy. I try to be as much as possible. And you haven't been nice to a guy by the name of Zion Williamson. We all see he posted the pics with his lady, and people do their research all over. We come to find out she was a former stripper and maybe done a little other things too. But Zion looked happy. It's not for us to judge this guy and talk about his lady or whatever she did in her past. If he's happy, which he showed with the big smile, and they're going to have a beautiful baby, let Zion be Zion and relax. So it's not up to us to make what's right or what's fair or anything like that. So guess who's breaking the rules today? It's not a celebrity. It's not an athlete. It's you out there. Be nice. Leave Zion alone and let him do what he do. Maybe this might help him stay on the court longer with having his girl who can, rock his world daily. But congrats to you, Zion Williamson. Hopefully you have a healthy and beautiful baby very, very soon. Stop breaking the rules, people out there. Be nice, man. We need nice people in this world. So it's time to break out with yours truly, Mykell Mathieu himself. And of course, that is me. So I'm going to start off here in Southern California, where we have to give love and pay homage to the late, great Tupac Shakur. He finally receives his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I was so shocked to find out he was just getting it. I was like, what? Tupac doesn't have his star yet, and you seeing all these other people getting stars way before him. I think Ludacris, Michael B. Jordan. This is Tupac Shakur. He should have had a star many, many years ago, but, you know, things happen for a reason, and timing means everything. But he finally has his star. I can't wait to go down there to check it out. Tupac Shakur, he deserved it. His family was there. His sister was there to speak. It was really dope thing. If you were able to check it out, it's all over Instagram. But shout out to Tupac Shakur, great actor, one of the greatest rappers of all times, well deserved. If you still haven't checked out his documentary, FX did an amazing job with it. Shout out to the Hughes brothers. Dear Mama, go and check that out. It was great, but a great honor for Tupac. He deserves it, and he deserves this star. I can't wait to check it out. You see what I got on. You see this shirt. You know I'm a big Marvel fan, and Marvel, they did their thing once again, along with teaming up with Sony, because if you haven't seen, the new Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was amazing. I had to go and check it out. That movie had me on the edge of my seat throughout, and it even left us with a cliffhanger ending. The movie was so dope. Miles Morales. You saw every type of Spider-Man that you ever will see. I loved it. My favorite Spider-Man was there. Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider was doing his thing. It was really dope. Shout out to them. They got this one right. And shall I say, it is the greatest Spider-Man movie of all times. I believe that is the greatest Spider-Man movie. Let's see what Spider-Man and, you know, that team going to try to do to top this, but it is the greatest movie. It was dope from the beginning to the end. After the first part, I'm like, it's no way that they can top this, and it got even better, so I cannot wait for next year. You're going to have the part 3 of this movie, because the cliffhanger, if you haven't checked it out, you better go and do so, because the movie was top notch. It makes me like, man, I need to put on my Jordan 1s and walk around like I'm Miles Morales. You see the hair, but man, great film. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. They're doing a great job over there with these movies. And only thing you can take away from it, you know, that maybe is negative, is that it's a cartoon. But I don't give a damn. It is the best Spider-Man movie that I've ever seen, and probably the best Spider-Man movie that we will ever see. And I got to keep it, you know, in that Disney realm, because Disney, they did their thing. It's finally here. I've been waiting for a long time after watching the movie in theaters. Avatar, The Way of the Water, is on Disney Plus. I haven't checked it out again yet, but I am going to probably another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, like LeBron said in Miami. It was a great movie. I'm happy that it's finally there easily for me to turn on my TV, to go to the Disney Plus app and check out Avatar, The Way of Water. If you haven't seen the movie, this is your time. Go and check it out. Hell, go and watch the first one so that it can get you ready, and then watch the second one, because the movie, the way that it looks, the whole setup is great. That's another movie that's going to drop, you know, is part 3 in a couple years, and they just seem to get it right. Disney, you are missing right now. I'm waiting for, you know, some new series when it comes to the MCU that are going to be dropping soon. Greatness is coming from over there, and I love it, man. But I'm just so happy. I'm so excited that we still have some NBA Finals games left. Hopefully Miami can make something happen, just to take you back to the sports world, that, you know, that they can try to take care of business in Game 4 so that we can have a series, because I'm hoping I can get my Game 6 pick right. That's why I think that Denver's going to win it. But if Denver somehow wins Game 4, it is a wrap. It is done. They're going to take care of business and get them out of there in Game 5 in Denver. Shout out to Messi. I can't wait to see you in the States. I hope it happens sooner than later. And prayers out to those in Canada, in the area close. New York City was looking like Gotham City and Scarecrow tuck over with the orange gloom there. So prayers out to that area. And prayers and love out to you. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you guys for tuning in to me, yours truly, Mykell Mathieu, with the greatest show on the land. And these are the breaks. I catch you next week, baby.